What's going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here. We're going to quickly take a look at the last boss node on the Pocket Dimensions. That went live yesterday night, and pretty straightforward. I think I pretty much just autoed right up to the boss, and we'll take a look at the last node here after the roster review here. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward game mode, and I think a lot of people, if you got Sersi and Omega Red pretty much geared up, it's going to be very straightforward. I think her ultimate basically gives your team so much turn speed bar reduction, and then you combine that with Omega Red's ultimate or special as well, and it just basically just annihilates the entire board. But yeah, you can pretty much auto it if you have big enough tunes. And then of course we have Shuri as well in this one. She's level 85, tier 14. Didn't need to bring her up to 15 or anything like that. And then let's see. Actually, let's just go from the start here. So Sersi, tier 15, maxed out as far as she can go in terms of yellow and reds. ISO 8 as well. Same with Omega Red. I just have a few missing T4s on him, but yeah, I still gotta bring him up to tier 15 when I get enough of his materials, and then of course his T4 as well. Then of course Shuri, we just mentioned her, 85, tier 14, pretty much maxed, and as far as I can go. And then I haven't T4'd her other ones because they're not like, I don't know if I don't think they're worth it. Definitely better areas to T4 in the game. And then we've got the new one of the new Web Warriors, Scarlet Spider. I can potentially bring them to 15 as well, but holding off right now because trying to maximize on my resources. But yeah, you can T4 pretty much all his abilities, I think, just for maximizing damage. But I did his special first because it lengthens the debuffs, and then his passive as well, because it's an amazing passive. Gives him evasion, and of course it helps the entire Web Warriors teams once you guys have that team ready for raids. And then of course we were going to use Miles, but actually I found it quite easy with multiple man, especially for the last node. And it's just because all the clones he brings onto the board. But most people will have him most likely already leveled up because of he's necessary to unlock Adam Warlock. And if you want a 7 yellow Adam Warlock, you got to have him at least level 75, tier 14 if you ever want to 7 yellow him. Haven't had to T4 any of his abilities because just hadn't needed to. He's really good on his own, and you can definitely T4 his abilities if you got ample T4s kicking around. That's the roster, guys. Let's quickly jump into the last node here, the boss. Okay, so yeah, like I already said, last node, pretty straightforward. I did try it a few times, and then I had to cancel out because I actually found out that I should have just saved Omega Red Special, because what ends up happening is they get another wave down, and you're better off just saving it before everything gets wiped off, because it's just yeah, I think I used it on 1 or 2 characters, so it's better off. You're gonna start off here with Shuri's special, and then of course you're gonna use Sersi's ultimate just to kind of give yourself a little extra turn meter. And then right here, do the special. That's gonna bring pretty much everybody down to low health, and then that way you can do Scarlet Spider's ultimate. Boom, kabam. It's gonna wipe out like a couple guys on the board and get everybody else close enough to the red zone. Ultron's gonna do his thing like he usually does. What I recommend here is using the ultimate for multiple man, just so there's a lot of pieces on the board to kind of provide some protection. Although I guess it doesn't even matter because Sersi's a beast of a tank. So she survives that, and then of course now we can do the Omega Red flip, and then basically just wipe down like 5 guys all at once. So that's what I found out was effective. So if you got a big enough Omega Red and Sersi, it's going to be very straightforward to take those guys down. I don't think you're going to have any issues there. And then of course once you do that, you can pretty much just auto. I would recommend going for Mordu. I found out later on too, like as I was taking down these guys and just kind of leaving him alone, every time you kill off an enemy he gets heals. I don't know why I didn't clue in on this earlier. I was just, I was kind of just, oh hey, I can hit the auto and just, focus on the shield troopers or whatever, and it was fine. But obviously, it's more of a preference, and I think for sure, go for Mordu. I don't know why. I think he's weak. He doesn't really do much. I just kind of left him alone. What I would recommend is just targeting him first, because when you get 2 on the board and then you got Captain America's as well, and as you guys will see here, it's actually quite annoying. So you know, lots of energy from Captain America to the team, and then of course you get those crazy heals from Mordu as well. Every single time that you know, if the character dies or multiple men dies, he just gets more heals. So it was, yeah, I found that really annoying. So just something to be mindful of. But other than that, I mean, once you take down Ultron on this last node, that's pretty much the hardest part. You don't necessarily need to one-shot it. If you can't one-shot it, just take a couple tries. It's no big deal. You know, this event's sticking around for I think a week or something like that, so it's not the end of the world. But as you guys see here, Mordu was incredibly low health, and then all of a sudden he just healed himself back up to full. So do yourselves a favor and just make sure you guys are focusing him, because then it gets annoying, because then you get Captain America hitting his taunt, and then you're trying to get to the other Mordu, and then there's another Captain America taunting, and then you got the shield trooper annoying you, and then you got the sentry there as well. So yeah, obviously don't make the same mistake I did, but you live and you learn. And yeah, I would say everybody's kind of annoying. You want to make sure you can get rid of those guys. Of course, you know, Omega Ray can basically just flip everything and it works out great, but you're not always going to have his ultimate ready to go, especially if you used it right after it clears the other wave. So as you guys see here, pretty easy. I mean, we're pretty much just autoing the last bit, and you get good amount of rewards. You get obviously the Scarlet Spider Shard, and then you get these completed materials, which is really nice, especially for people that haven't started Dark Dimension 5 or they're trying to get ready for Dark Dimension 5, and it helps kind of, you know, bring those extra pieces and another access point for us, because yeah, it is a very limited resource right now in terms of those higher completed materials. And yeah, looking forward to getting the second run done tonight as well, and then we can get those crafted materials. And yeah, I think when I did it, I think I ranked somewhere in the 7,000 or something like that. I'll have to check it here, but yeah, hopefully it's as straightforward as it is for you guys. It was pretty straightforward for me, and I had some pretty beefed up characters. So all right guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you in the next one.